Reports have emerged indicating the arrival of North Korean troops in Russia, signaling a potential escalation of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Unconfirmed footage circulating online appears to show North Korean soldiers at a Russian military base, fueling speculation about their intended role in the war. While the exact number of troops deployed remains unclear, estimates suggest an initial contingent of several thousand with the potential for further deployments. The alleged arrival of North Korean troops has drawn sharp condemnation from Ukraine and its Western allies. Ukrainian officials have labeled it a dangerous development that underscores Russia's desperation and willingness to enlist foreign fighters. The United States has expressed deep concern, emphasizing the destabilizing impact of North Korea's involvement. The international community is closely monitoring the situation, with many expressing alarm at the potential consequences of North Korea's direct involvement in the conflict. The deployment raises concerns about the potential for an escalation of violence and the use of unconventional weapons. Given North Korea's known capabilities, this development marks a significant shift in the dynamics of the Ukraine war, potentially drawing North Korea further into the conflict and raising questions about the broader geopolitical implications for the region and beyond. Underlying the reported deployment of North Korean troops is a burgeoning military agreement between Russia and North Korea. While the precise details of the pact remain undisclosed, reports suggest it encompasses a range of provisions, including the supply of weapons and ammunition, military training, and the exchange of technology. A pivotal aspect of this agreement is the inclusion of a mutual defense clause, effectively obligating each nation to come to the other's aid in the event of an attack. This clause raises significant concerns as it suggests a deepening military alliance between the two countries and could potentially draw North Korea into a direct confrontation with NATO forces. The agreement reflects a convergence of interests between Russia and North Korea, both of whom are seeking to challenge the existing world order and counter Western influence. For Russia, the pact offers a lifeline in the face of mounting military setbacks in Ukraine and increasing international isolation. For North Korea, the alliance with Russia provides an opportunity to bolster its military capabilities, secure economic assistance, and enhance its standing on the world stage. The pact also serves as a stark reminder of the enduring threat posed by North Korea and its willingness to engage in provocative actions. The arrival of North Korean troops in Russia has raised concerns about their potential impact on the battlefield in Ukraine. While the exact number of troops deployed remains unconfirmed, even a limited deployment could provide Russia with much-needed manpower and logistical support in its ongoing war effort. North Korean soldiers are known for their discipline, resilience, and experience in unconventional warfare tactics. Their presence could bolster Russian forces in key areas, potentially prolonging the conflict and increasing casualties on both sides. Moreover, North Korea's expertise in artillery and rocket systems could enhance Russia's offensive capabilities. Beyond manpower and conventional military support, concerns linger about the potential for North Korea to provide Russia with more advanced weaponry, including ballistic missiles and chemical weapons. Such a development would represent a significant escalation of the conflict and could have devastating consequences for Ukraine and the surrounding region. However, it remains unclear how effectively North Korean troops will integrate into the Russian military structure and how motivated they will be to fight in a foreign conflict. The cultural and linguistic differences, along with potential logistical challenges, could hinder their effectiveness on the battlefield. Section 4 ripples in East Asia, implications for regional security. The deployment of North Korean troops to support Russia's war effort sends shockwaves throughout East Asia, particularly in regards to South Korea and Japan. The move is seen as a provocative act that heightens tensions in the region and raises concerns about North Korea's broader strategic ambitions. South Korea, already on high alert due to North Korea's recent missile tests and bellicose rhetoric, is particularly vulnerable to the implications of this development. The presence of North Korean troops fighting alongside Russian forces in Ukraine raises concerns about a potential spillover of the conflict into the Korean peninsula. Japan, a key US ally in the region, has also expressed deep concern over North Korea's involvement in the Ukraine war. This development underscores the growing threat posed by North Korea's military ambitions and its willingness to project power beyond its borders. The situation has prompted calls for increased defense cooperation between South Korea, Japan, and the United States to deter potential aggression from North Korea and maintain stability in the region. The deployment of North Korean troops to Ukraine serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of security challenges in the Indo-Pacific region. Section 5. Global Response, International Reactions and Condemnation. The international community has responded with widespread condemnation to the reports of North Korean troops being sent to aid Russia's war effort in Ukraine. The United Nations Security Council has convened an emergency meeting to discuss the situation with many member states, calling for immediate action to address this violation of international law. The United States, along with its European allies, has denounced the deployment as a dangerous escalation and a flagrant disregard for international norms. Calls for additional sanctions against both Russia and North Korea are gaining traction, targeting their military industries and financial networks. However, the effectiveness of sanctions in deterring further cooperation between Russia and North Korea remains uncertain. Both countries have grown adept at circumventing sanctions regimes relying on clandestine networks and alternative financial systems. The international community faces the daunting task of finding ways to effectively pressure North Korea to withdraw its troops from Ukraine and cease its support for Russia's war effort. The situation highlights the challenges of addressing threats to international peace and security posed by rogue regimes willing to defy global norms. Section 6. The Hermit Kingdom's Gambit, Unpacking North Korea's Motives. North Korea's decision to send troops to support Russia's war in Ukraine, a move that has drawn international condemnation, is a calculated gamble rooted in a complex web of strategic motivations. By aligning itself more closely with Russia, North Korea seeks to advance its own interests and strengthen its position on the world stage. One primary motivation is undoubtedly economic. Crippled by international sanctions and chronic food shortages, North Korea is desperate for resources and financial assistance. Russia, also facing sanctions, is eager to secure North Korea's support and may be willing to provide much-needed aid in exchange for military assistance. Beyond immediate economic gains, North Korea's actions can be seen as part of a broader strategy to challenge the US-led world order and undermine Western influence. By aligning itself with Russia, another major power at odds with the West, North Korea aims to weaken the international pressure campaign against its nuclear and missile programs. Moreover, the deployment provides North Korea with a valuable opportunity to gain battlefield experience for its troops and test its weapons systems in a real-world setting. The lessons learned in Ukraine could potentially be used to enhance North Korea's own military capabilities and refine its strategies. North Korea's decision to involve itself in the Ukraine conflict is a high-stakes gamble with potentially far-reaching consequences. It underscores the volatile and unpredictable nature of the Korean Peninsula and the enduring threat posed by the regime in Pyongyang.